Pittsburgh Sports Line at Sips Sports Bar. We have a beautiful day in Pittsburgh here. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 everywhere in the Pittsburgh area. Only Comcast 7 in Bethel Park. YouTube 24/7. You can see all of our shows. Mario Tempest, everyone is up there. I think we're close to 250 there. Check it out. And I want to give a shout out to special friends of mine. They're trying to coerce me to go into a reunion at Keystone Oaks. How many? It's 40 years ago from a couple weeks ago. And then that's Chucky Sirakis, because I never knew her real name until graduation. And I got Sam Joya, who was a shy guy with me in Greentree for years. So it's an honor to have them here. And Chucky baked a cake just for me today, because it's also my birthday. I didn't want to tell everybody that. And I'm known as Al Levine, the Talking Machine now. This is Smoking Jim Frazier. And we like talking sports. And we're going to do our first segment of What's on Our Mind. So if you want to hold your ears for anybody that hasn't been here, we're going to start Smoking Jim right now. What's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green,
hey, here, buddy.
You got to see Levine. Hey, I want to send out a happy birthday to a friend of mine, Iron Mike Tyson, who happens to share a birthday with my brother from another mother, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. Also, you may see on your tables, we have my birthday bash is Friday in Monroeville, and it's an all-white party. Everybody's invited. They can come on out. Matter of fact, Nick Nice is calling me right now. But, hey, I like to start off each and every show by giving a shout-out to my main man, Dan, the man who makes the best coffee on the planet. If you like coffee, order a cup from Dan. You won't be disappointed. Please take care of your bartenders and waitresses. And if you haven't done so already, do yourself a favor and grab a menu, because 2 weeks ago I had the best meatball hoagie ever had in my life, and it's because of the Chef Pete's in the back. Want to give a shout out to my best friend. She's here, calendar model, Gabrielle Baker, the touchdown maker. We got Jim Duffy, gentleman Jim Duffy in the house from All Shades of Beauty with his beautiful models. I tell you what, I went to a football powerhouse, Gateway High School, where we only scored touchdowns. We didn't kick no field goals. We didn't kick no extra points. So obviously, I know nothing about soccer. So maybe one day somebody can help explain to me how you can win one game, lose one game, tie one game, and you're considered the greatest soccer team of all time. Speaking of the greatest of all time, another day, another excuse for Tiger Woods. He'll never win another major. And I tell you what, I have a new favorite pirate. My favorite pirate is Jay Hay. Jay Hay is my favorite pirate because he's the only pirate that can speak English. The Pittsburgh Pirates is now taking a page out of Wide World of Sports. They're expanding the globe to find all these non-English speaking players. Listen, my top 5 pirates of all time in terms of leadership is Willie Stargell, Jim Leland, Andy Van Slyke, A.J. Burnett, and Jason Kendall. I tell you what, there's different strokes for different folks. I'm not flip-floppy, wishy-washy. If the Pittsburgh Pirates find a position for Jay Hay because he can play any position in the outfield, if the Pittsburgh Pirates find a position for Jay Hay because he can play any position on the infield, he's batting over 300. Currently right now, he's the leader on the Pittsburgh Pirate team. If the Pittsburgh Pirates find a position for Josh Harrison, one day he'll go down as one of the all-time great Pittsburgh Pirates.
Hey, Smoking Jim. I didn't know you even followed baseball. And you just stole what I wanted to talk about, Jay Hay, because I watched the games. And I even like the state of the end of games.
You know more about black people than anybody I know, Al.
Thanks, Smoking Jim. That's why he's my brother from another mother. But Jay Hay, did you see his move when he ran out of the baselines and they said it was okay? No, you didn't see that.
No, I didn't see it.
My man Sam Joya, he played baseball with me back in Greentree. We saw that. Just because he laid down on the grass, he wasn't praying, Smoking Jim. And whether he speaks English or not, who knows? They're throwing Gatorade on him, and it was just one win out of a 162-game season. That used to drive you crazy. So I don't understand this. And you picked a lot of white guys after Willie Stargell. I don't understand that.
Great leaders.
And then did you miss when the Pirates signed Indian pitchers? They had a tryout. Now, not American Native Indians.
Redskins?
But no. Man, this is a disclaimer. Whatever he says, it's on him. We're a public access TV station, and I don't want to see him get banned. The FCC's watching us because he keeps telling me to say certain things and I don't. Now, they signed 2 pitchers. They had a tryout. Now, they play cricket. You know that game? Okay, well, this is what you're going to have to learn. This is your next mission. So they throw some nice hard fastballs and everything there. So they got these 2 young kids, signed them to a contract. They were never even in America. They don't even know how to play baseball. One of them, I heard, is still a pretty good pitcher. So stay tuned. We'll have an Indian pitcher for your worldwide Pittsburgh Pirate team. And this isn't what's on my mind. Oh, man. What I really wanted to talk to after the Pirates, since somebody stole my thunder, is we have a team. We're all about champions here. We've had a lot of Pittsburgh Passion players on our team. We're friends with Teresa Kahn, who's the coach and owner of the team. They just did something. They won their first playoff game after an undefeated season. I was going to call you up, but so many models were texting you that I couldn't get through. It was a 4 o'clock game on Saturday. And I know you were free for a couple hours. Well, they won another game. So they'll be going to the semifinals, which that's great. I predicted they'd win. You can check the videos. I said they'd win it all this year. Now, I was just trying to promote another good Pittsburgh team, and they're great players. And look at the shape they're in. Not how they look with their shoes. I mean in physical shape. Some of them are stronger than my man here who does 32 reps at 225. So, but that's another story. The other team I wanted to talk about, you don't hear much about them. They try to publicize all this, but they're going to be champions in their own right. They won 9 games in a row, the Pittsburgh Power football team. Tommy Grady and Aaron LeSueur were on our show right here at SIPS, and they predicted there'd be a change in culture. They'd have a winning culture. They got a new head coach. Aaron got hurt, but Tommy Grady's setting records like you can't believe. And I don't know why he's not in the NFL with a great NFL scout right next to me who's in the Steelers war room. That's what's on my mind, Smoking Jim, and we're going to start bringing up our guests right now.
My name is Felicia Brown. I am a model and a photographer in my free time.
Okay, well, now we know your name. Now, do you like sports at all?
Yeah, I used to play basketball.
You play basketball?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
I knew you were tall. What's those heels? Because he didn't mention your shoes, so you didn't bring any special shoes. You wear flats.
Yeah, I try to be on the level of regular
Why?
people.
Don't worry about it. Stand tall and stand proud. I'm just happy I'm still at 6 foot, and I was looking up at you, and I need a haircut. Okay? So that's what happened to me. I hope you're not nervous or anything.
No,
okay, good. Well, where'd you play basketball at?
I started off.
You might want to hold on to that.
Okay.
Because we're mic'd up.
Oh, okay.
And I can't hear because of him anyhow, so this is for TV purposes.
Well, I started playing at Wilkinsburg, and then I did a year at Penn State Beaver, and I played there for a year.
Okay.
And
what position did you play?
I turned out to be a forward, and I realized like I'm tall, but I'm not that tall, because like regular centers for like college are like 6'5".
Right.
Like I'll be like,
With your hair, I think you're close.
true.
At Wilkinsburg High School, they still got the chains on the door.
maybe it's gone downhill after '09, so I can't promise anything.
Hey, my dad refereed basketball there back in the day. We were just showing a scrapbook that my sister brought.
Oh,
He
nice.
did all the City League games.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
Yeah. So what got you started in basketball? Just your height?
Yeah, like, you know, how people try to pressure you to do things because you're tall. Like, hey, you should play basketball. You should play volleyball. Oh, you should model. Oh, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of like just got pressured into it, and I couldn't do more than one sports because I worked. So I was just like, I'll pick basketball, and that's what happened.
Nice. Well, when did you start modeling? Since we found out about your basketball career, not too much.
It's not
Okay.
impressive.
You didn't really want to do that.
No, I ended
Did
up.
you have any fun?
Oh yeah, it was great. I really like just the team mentality. Like they really become your family, so it's really good opportunity to be a part of some type of sports team.
So you have a large family like Smoking Jim with all these cousins that keep coming out of nowhere? Because he
Yeah.
tells me this is one of my cousins. No, real cousin, Al. I don't get it. He even had a trainer on here, Gene, who just had a birthday, who's really your cousin. And I wish him a happy birthday also. I'm serious.
Awesome.
That's how this show is. We're pretty serious. So now modeling. When did that start?
I started in 2011, and I thought I was gonna be a basketball player. That's why I have all these tattoos. If I thought I was gonna be like a hardcore model, I probably wouldn't have gotten any. But it's still cool. Now tattooed models is in demand. It's something that's becoming more
So
widespread.
you're on the cutting edge now.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Are you? Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you have some show and tell stuff for us.
Oh yeah.
I'll hold the mic there so they can hear you.
This is just some of my recent work, which I went to New York about a couple weeks ago, and it's really cool.
Just hold it. John on the camera, the Tiger Kiger, he'll get that. That's our camera.
So it's really nice.
Do you want to let Smoke and Jim see one of those?
Oh, sure. Yes, this is for you guys.
You mean
Yes.
Smoke and Jim, because I'll never see that. I really won't now.
Yes. Yeah. And some giveaways.
You can hold on to this.
Yeah.
Just set them to the
These are
side.
giveaways?
Yes. Yes, this is for you guys.
He doesn't listen much to our show. He watches the reruns on it. And you can watch us on Verizon 32 everywhere.
Oh, amazing.
And put us on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. I post all the shows. Like your interview in this part of the show, it'll be out.
Oh, wonderful.
And
I
they are
just
as
liked them
early as
today,
tomorrow.
so yes.
And this is our newest like. Devin, do you know, did we hit 3,000? 3,088? We got our technology holding up. You can still talk about your modeling and more photos.
Yeah, this is more small prints.
Whoa,
Oops,
whoa!
there's a lot.
You hid them. Watch your head.
Small ones.
We haven't had an injury on the show yet.
Thank God.
John, I don't know if you can get anything here.
Just some small photos. The sign and
These
giveaway.
are called the small photos.
Yes. They look kind of big. But I've been doing it for a while. Those are some of my earlier work, most
Is
recent
this you
work.
too?
Yeah. I change my hair up a lot because, I don't know, it's fun. I like modeling because I'm not the same person in every photo. So,
Well, this looks like another different person.
yeah. It's a lot of work.
And these are for Smoke and Jim too?
Yes, you can pick one. Let's see.
You want some back?
I don't care.
No, if you do, just say yes.
Oh, no, I honestly,
Because he'll take them all. I'm serious.
I don't care. That's why I printed them out to give away.
Did you? Well, I thank you, and I know he appreciates it. He's speechless right now. It doesn't happen that often. So where can they see you in Pittsburgh? Do you have any events that you're going to or are going to be a part of?
Currently not much stuff right now. I've been doing a lot of, right now I'm just focusing more so on my photography work throughout the summer before I be employed as like a public ally, which is an AmeriCorps program. I used to be an AmeriCorps member, so
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
familiar with that.
yeah, great people.
No, that's good. So how do they get a hold of you then?
What? You can find me on Facebook at Felicia Brown Model. It's on Facebook, or Felicia Brown Photography and Designs as well. It's spelled exactly like it sounds.
Well, spell it out once, because I'm
Okay.
old.
Okay. Felicia Brown Model, Felicia. Brown is in the color, and model.
Excellent. You want to give a phone number out to him? 'Cause if we're going to promote you a little bit, we already found out you're a basketball star, you're retired. And
True.
now you're modeling. You'll be doing more modeling, so you're looking to take some photographs. Where's your camera at tonight?
That was just too
You
much to
hit it.
carry.
Okay.
I'm a bag lady.
I saw that CVS bag when you come in.
Yeah.
I said, I know Smoking Jim did it. She's going to be on the show.
Yes, yes.
Well, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Give him that phone number.
412-726-5937.
You got to say it again because you got a great voice.
412-726-5937.
Thank you.
Thank you.
TJ, welcome to the show. Introduce your fans and your growing fans.
man.
Here, maybe you need the mic here.
I'll take that.
I know you're an entertainer, so he will out-talk me and outperform because he's an actor, director, and everything else.
I'm a lot of things. I act, I direct, I produce, I DJ, I help other people.
Tell them your name.
Oh, all right, sure. My name's TJ Harris. I am COO of Lab Therapy Media. We're located in the Strip District across from Ultra Bar. We do digital content, so video, audio, digital design, marketing, websites, you name it. If it has anything to do with nightlife, entertainment, or anything like that.
I didn't hear sports yet.
I don't do sports.
You do now.
Well, we'll team up. We'll make something
I
happen.
see a partnership coming up. Well, you've named everything but sports, and we're entertainment.
You'll be Alan Levine, the talking machine.
Yes,
I'll
still.
be Tim Jason, the best in the nation.
Okay.
I like that.
Thank you, thank you.
How about Smoking Jim Frazier?
Smoking Jim, I like you. You, sir, are entertaining.
I think we're working on a partnership here with something, with all the directing and producing. He does a lot of cutting-edge stuff that I don't understand, nor do I want to.
We're doing a lot with music videos. We're doing some commercial
Wait.
work.
We're actually partnered up with.
Oh, what do we got here?
We do a half-hour mini show. You got to check us
Okay.
out with
Where is
Jessica Lee, who's been doing jazz and blues for years.
Really?
And we do this at Enigma on 7.
Okay.
The third Thursday.
South side?
No.
No?
Downtown Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Come on and check us out.
All right.
We've been filming this since last year. We do a half-hour mini show.
Okay.
That's why I think a partnership's due here with
Oh,
sports.
yeah.
Now, I met him at a networking event, Smoking Jim.
Well, we've met twice now.
Well,
We've met twice.
just
You
went
met me
recently.
you met me at the open house of the studio somehow.
Well, here's how I met you. Zach Brenner was doing some work because he's
Yeah.
one of the hardest working contractors in the area. He's not going to be here tonight because he's doing a lot of construction and reconstruction. But I got invited to this great event. They had Argentinian beef.
We're doing a commercial for those guys right now.
It was just fantastic. Beef from Argentina.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have great grasslands. It's unreal. And cowboys are still around down there.
Oh, yeah.
Smoking Jim, you got to learn something about Argentina.
Gaucho Parilla, you guys come down. I'll take you to lunch sometime soon.
We're going free meal. Smoking Jim loves that.
Speaking of free stuff, so I watched a couple of back episodes, and it seems like everybody that comes on brings you guys some stuff.
Whoa.
And it's your birthday. So hold on. I didn't know, so I went last minute. And I did a little shopping around my house.
Oh, no, I don't want to see what you have. Believe me, I've seen your shows.
I brought you a can of soup.
Oh, nice. You know what? I like lentil soup.
All right.
Yeah.
I brought you some candy, some Skittles, so you can taste it. Oh, I guess that's for Jim. I brought you some bottle caps. And last
I'm watching my figure.
All right, well then this one's for you. Almost a full pack of Crayola markers.
Excellent.
That's 9 out of 10.
Let me just show you what we do. We say that.
Destination came through.
That's right.
You did come out strong on
Hey,
that.
I appreciate that. You guys
We'll cover
having
the
me on.
Progresso.
Well, no, let's get the sponsorship. Progresso, lentil soup, it's delicious.
Here, try some lentil soup right now.
So
I appreciate that.
hey, thanks, Alan. I really appreciate you guys having me on. I mean, we're trying to do our thing. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got.
Well, I was impressed by the studio that you have there.
Oh.
The musicians, you know me, I made friends throughout
Oh
the
yeah,
place.
absolutely.
And now I have some new best friends. I just hit 1,900 friends in one.
Oh, wow.
Some of it's because of you guys.
Okay.
So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I get invited to a lot of your events, but
Oh, yeah.
they conflict with a lot of our stuff.
Hopefully, whenever this airs, we'll be able to push the episode out, get you some more likes on the Facebook and stuff like that.
And if you like us, which you have, we like
yeah.
you. So
Absolutely.
we spread those likes around.
That's
And
right. Like us both. We're lovable characters.
There you go. And I showed him an old picture, and he has similar hair like I used to.
Can we show
so
that to the camera?
I don't know if I want to put that out.
Come on, Alan. You guys got to see this picture. You look at it, you would think Alan could have been my dad. Seriously, we've got the same hair.
He can't
About-
pick up on that.
And then wait, he picked that up.
He
About
won't be able
6
to
months
get-
ago, I would have had those same mutton chops that
He
he
can't
has
get
right
a close-up of that picture. You're embarrassed.
I'll put it on the Facebook page for you guys sometime. You're going to be like, oh my God, these guys, they got to be cousins or he's his uncle or something.
Yeah, maybe we're distantly related.
Hey, you never know.
Maybe you are Pat.
I don't know.
We went through that joke earlier tonight.
Yeah, we covered that. Thanks.
That's a good style for you. You should bring it back.
Mutton chops and
I like the jacket, personally.
me too. And if you see there's aces on that tie, that's another story. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. I just did that to show my reunion buddies that they can come up here for the reunion here. I will miss their event.
Yeah.
It's not on my calendar. They're not going to give me that cake now either.
It's what, 10-year reunion?
Yeah, I'll
right?
be there. I'll be there.
This is the 10-year reunion for you, right?
No, it's 40. I can't lie about that.
So, this is a sports show. I follow a little bit of
What
sports.
What sport would you even watch
I mean-
if I didn't ask you? None.
Honestly, I don't really watch sports. I played sports when I was younger.
All right, tell me a sport that you play.
Honestly,
and I told you I would ask
Oh yeah, you
that.
definitely did. And I played a bunch. You know, I played baseball when
one.
I was younger.
Okay.
I played football when I was younger.
Okay.
I got into ultimate frisbee in high school because
No
it was a little
way.
bit more slow paced. But that was my thing. But the big one for me, I did 8 years of Kempo karate. I actually did tournaments. I did.
No way.
Yeah, I did kumite. I did stuff like that.
We
I
were
did,
just at the Kumite.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was my big thing from probably about the age of 10 until like 17 almost.
Wow.
I knew from being around Pittsburgh you have that sports DNA.
Oh, you have to here.
See?
Yeah,
I'm bringing it
absolutely.
back out.
Yeah.
He's been holding it down. Doesn't want to do it with his professional life, but I think we're going to work a partnership. That's why I brought him on. We're
yeah.
looking for partnerships on this to help Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh's having a resurgence
That's right,
of youth.
black and gold.
Definitely. I'm bleeding that. Wait, here, I can write about it now.
That's right.
This is the cutting edge stuff we
Like
have.
I said, this is almost a full
Black.
pack of markers.
Well, here, you'll like this, because it's one of my favorite rappers, Black and Yellow.
Yeah,
Liz.
Wiz Khalifa.
And I met his cousin,
Okay.
Chevy.
Oh,
Chevy
did you go to
Woods.
the show this weekend?
No, Zach did, but I didn't get it.
Okay.
I didn't get tickets. Somehow they cut the old guy
You should
out
be
of
on the
that.
VIP
The
list
Black
for
and
these
Yellow.
things.
Chevy said he'll come to the show sometime.
Yeah.
He knows who the talking machine is now.
Okay.
So see, we have a lot of things that you didn't realize dovetail together.
Oh, yeah,
here.
absolutely.
You're actually a hidden sports guy. You've repressed this for years. I brought it out today.
I spent so much time in the nightclubs and the bars and stuff like that. That sports, they play early on Sunday, and that's usually when I'm still sleeping.
We'll have to get you like at Monday Night Football or something.
I need to get TiVo is what I need to get.
Yeah, why don't you?
You're
not
they need
ready
to lower
for-
the rate. It's a
Or
little
you're used to
expensive.
getting all this free stuff, and
Yeah.
you're putting out free stuff everywhere.
Well, speaking
Right?
of free stuff, that
That's
I'm putting
why
out,
I am.
We will. 412 Tonight Show is one of the big projects that we work on. 412nite.com. It's a webisode series. We do 10 to 15 minute long episodes, really kind of campy, kitschy, slapstick humor, but we bring in people like Alan. We'll talk about public interest stuff. I've had a couple of people in politics come on. John Hanger, when he was running for
Really?
governor, came on and talked with me. The executive directors for organizations like Normal have been on, things like that. Just kind of reaching out to the community, kind of putting our thing in. We do a lot of scripted sketch comedy, things like that. And then also I've got a reality dating game show that we just taped.
I've
called-
heard about that.
Yeah, so Steal My Heart. It was filmed at Luke Woolley's down in the Strip District. They let us take over half the restaurant. We built a nice little set in there. I had really sexy host come in. We did this dating game.
You know what? I'm sensing that Smoking Jim might be able to come out and do some sports late at night. Did you hear his opening? How he is or part of it? You could hear it. You may not have heard the words. I mean, because that happens. But wouldn't that be different for you to do a 10-minute of an opening when he's ranting?
I think getting him on to do some voiceover work for some of the stuff we're doing would be pretty good.
Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
that partnership we're talking about here.
Oh, yeah, we need to make it happen.
Give the black man a job.
He's always bringing race out. I don't know why. How about the white guy next to him?
We got plenty
I
of
thought
work
we
for
were
everybody.
partners. He just cut me loose. I'm working on a sports angle here with TJ, the DJ, and whatever else he's doing.
Oh, the man of many hats. That's the
I
best
wear
way
him
to say
too,
it.
so
Yeah. Well, one of these days, Alan, we're going to sit down at Gaucho. We're going to have some lunch. Smoking Jim's going to come with us.
can you eat Argentinian beef?
I'd rather have greens.
They have greens.
Oh, yeah. We'll get you something nice.
No, it sounds like a plan. How do
Definitely.
they get a hold of you again?
Well, you can find me online at labtherapy.net, at 412night.com, at stealmyheart.tv. You can email me at tj@labtherapy.net. That's the major ones. There's a bunch of other ways. You can find my DJ stuff if you look. I DJ is Get Nasty, but that's a whole nother story for
We're
a whole
not
nother
bringing
show.
that up here.
Let's just say there's plenty about me on the internet. Do your research, you'll find me. My name's TJ Harris.
TJ, thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much,
I
Alan.
appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
appreciate
Good luck
it.
to you.
Jim, thank you.
Mario, what's going on? Thanks for coming in.
Oh, you're welcome.
I like your shirt.
I was gonna
That
say-
juice was wonderful. He gave me that, what, Acerella? Acerella juice, and I'm already jazzed up every day. Imagine me like double that for about 2 hours.
And it tastes great.
Oh, it's better than that. It's
Yeah.
delicious and it tastes great.
Get me up for 7 hours.
There you go. It's amazing. Normally, when things are good for you, they taste like doo-doo. And our products are the exact
Can you
opposite.
say that on the air?
I just did.
Really? That's awesome. There was even green tea in there.
There was even green tea. That's why I introduced
After
it to
my
you.
8 cups of green tea, that was even better.
Speaking of that, now since Jason Grilli, the grilled cheese, got traded, he got traded to the Anaheim Angels.
Opportunity.
No, it's already there. The Anaheim Angels have been drinking our energy drink for 3 years now. They will not allow their players to drink Red Bull or Monster or any of that other garbage.
Good.
They have to drink our energy drink only. So Jason's probably cracking one right now
Nice.
as we speak.
Well, I just hope we can get people out, and I hope he can save ball games again. And he was great here, and I respect what he did here. That once he had that tendon injury, I've been on the record with that he has not been the same. His fastball might be the same speed now, but when it's a flat fastball, they knock it out of the park. And
Yeah,
so
I wish
sad.
him the best as long as he stays over in the American League and we don't play them in the World Series. Then all bets are off then.
No, I hope we do. I'd love him to be
That would
pitching.
be- that would be nice.
Seriously, I want him to be a closer then.
That would be nice.
I hope he has great success in the American League because he's a good batting practice pitcher for the Pirates right now.
And speaking of the Pirates and the gentleman we got for him, I just know his first name's Ernesto. I don't know his last name is. I can't remember. We'll leave it as Ernesto.
Another F word or something.
Yeah, another multi-world player. But people were a little upset that we didn't get much for Grilli. However, if you look at the strikeouts per 9 innings,
It's awesome.
it's unbelievable.
So
it
what
really
if
is.
he's got like a 6-run ERA? That could come down. I mean, who cares? We've had him before like that.
Actually,
like
but-
6.30. That's okay.
Actually, with relief pitchers, that can balloon in a day. It takes forever to go back down. So one bad
you
outing.
know I'm sarcastic.
Yeah.
If you always take out their one bad game, they're at like 3.33,
Yeah.
roughly. So.
Yeah. Time will tell, of course, on both sides, but I'm okay with the trade.
I'm actually optimistic on this one. They needed some pitching help. I didn't like where they were going with Grilli because he couldn't close anymore.
Right, right.
So, I mean, we need that. We have some young ball players. I've been checking out the farm system.
Yeah, me
There's
too.
guys that are getting ready there. I even found a nice site there, that Pirates Prospect.
Right,
Checks that out.
right.
You see how I pull that stuff out?
Yep.
People keep going, where do you get all this information? Smoking Jim, it's out there. Okay, this smartphone. Here. Smart, dumb.
And Jim, if you would pay attention to my post on Facebook,
Which one?
I put the video on there of Jay Hay getting caught in the rundown. So all you gotta do is go into my post and you can check it out.
Hold it, I put it up twice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You did too.
Because the one I saw one angle of it, it was pretty cool. Then they had a JA thing. I put it up again. You can actually go to Pittsburgh Sports Line. I know we're making fun of you a lot, but that's what you do to your brother from another mother. The stuff's out there. I'm telling you. Again, you told me that last week, and he's an honest man. So what else is going on with you?
Well, I'm hoping to have an event coming up in a couple months. I don't have a date planned yet, but actually I was thinking, I live on the other side of the city. I live in New Kensington. I was thinking of having something on this side of the city since I'm out here all the time.
Especially on Monday nights, you see Mr. Mona V.
That's right.
Pittsburgh
And Mint.
Sports Line. And Mint.
And Mint,
Mr.
yeah.
Mint Man.
So I will be having something within the next couple months, and I will definitely tell everybody about it whenever I come up with a date and a time and a place.
That sounds great.
I might even do one in Monroeville. Who knows?
God's country!
Please don't. It hurts my ears. Why don't you just say like East Liberty or something? Okay? Because he'll go there. He's not always going to come out here.
Yeah, and what's with all these birthdays? Tonight's yours. Next weekend, his.
No, 2 weeks for him.
Well, yeah, that's right. It's right before mine. Actually, on induction night is on my birthday.
We're all cancers.
Yeah, we're all cancers. Yeah. Curly, Larry, and Mo.
Well, yeah, we're doing all right there.
Yeah.
No doubt. And you're a Hall of Famer, so I can't wait to see the event. I'm totally in the dark on this one. He had told me last year, as we get more Hall of Famers, I'm going to do something in July. And I never underestimate him, but I doubt him all the time. Because I've run events where you plan them a couple months at least. Now, this is last week. He goes, Talking Machine, we're going to have that Hall of Fame. I go, okay. I'm booking people for the 14th. He said, stop booking people for the 14th. We're going to have a full house. I said, Jim, 3 weeks to get an event going roughly? He goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
no
he can handle
problem.
it. He can do it. He can do it.
So I'm like Doubting Thomas right now. I'll be here.
I'll be here.
And I'm actually bringing at least one guest, one MMA guest. All right? Just so we know. Because just so you know, there's a big event, Cleveland against Pittsburgh, up at the new casino, Racina. Out there, it's called the Hard Rock in Northfield. It's outside of Cleveland. We're going to be up there. So I'll try to get you a ticket, but we do have to have somebody to promote the fights here. Okay? So we will do that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, maybe you should go up there. You're seeing all these MMA guys.
That might be a good time to go. Is Dominic going to be there? Dominic Mazzotti?
I don't think he's in this one, no.
Okay, we'll check it out. Getting back to what you said earlier also, there's only one more home game for the Pittsburgh Power. That's July 23rd, Saturday. If you've never been there yet, you need to get out there. It's very exciting.
26.
26, you're right, yeah. 26. And like Alan said, the star quarterback was sitting in this seat right here.
He was actually sitting back a little bit.
Yeah,
he's tall.
he's 6'10", so he was about that much taller than me. But he was here to start off the season. We had the voice of the Pittsburgh
Cousin
Power,
Dom.
Cousin Dom.
Where's those tickets at? Dom, you told me. He said he could get some tickets. Here's the problem. We're announcing a boxing match. Jason Bergman is defending his
Oh, yeah, I was in his last one.
Heavyweight. Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah.
We missed that one, but he's going to be fighting on the 26th. It's Madness at the Meadows, and that's what they're calling it. So tickets are as cheap as $25.
Yeah.
So we'll be out there announcing that fight.
Good guy. He was on your show, too, here. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's been on a couple times. Very good man.
Yeah. A lot going on in the city of Pittsburgh if you're a sports fan.
It is.
No doubt about it.
Contact Mario's page. Check him out on Facebook.
And we'll get the other guy who was just on here, the non-sports guy. We'll get him in one of these events.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get TJ going on some of these events with us. We'll partner up.
There we
Mario,
go.
it's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
I just want to say good evening to Sip Sports Bar and to all the great guests we've had so far on the show. Have to wish a happy birthday to Alan Levine, the Talking Machine. You've become a mentor to me, and I just appreciate all the help you've given me. He gave me a great quote. I helped start. Jamie Chesney founded our online magazine, In Your Face MMA.
Okay.
In Your Face MMA, and it was a little tough sledding in the beginning. Alan taught me the beginning's always the hardest. Nothing will be as rough as the beginning. It only gets better.
Well, no, the other quote is, the first time that you do something like that, that's the worst. So it only gets better.
Absolutely.
From there.
Yeah. So
and you've done better than the worst. It was actually pretty good.
Well, I appreciate that. You want to talk a little MMA?
That's why I brought you here.
Okay, let's do it. Why don't we start?
One of the reasons.
Okay, one of the reasons. Why don't we start with Pinnacle 7? Here we go. There it is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alan. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, I need a nap. Whoa, how many are on there? Too many. Whoa.
You know, that was one. Oh.
Buddy, I'm still in shape. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be on your show on your birthday.
Yeah, it just worked out that way. I don't know how Smokin' Jim's going to have a show on his birthday. It worked out this year. Well, I'm glad you could be here. Thanks for the... What is this?
It is a Boston cream cake.
Wow.
Yeah. We're not a big fan of Boston sports teams, but I think it should still taste pretty good.
Oh, I'm sure. It looks great.
Awesome.
I got 2 cakes now. Unbelievable. MMA, we're just starting.
Yeah, let's talk Pinnacle 7. Went down at the end of March at the Green Tree Sportsplex. Kama the Death Star Worthy, who fights out of Fight Club Pittsburgh, destroyed his opponent. He's on a big winning streak. We also interviewed Kama in the beginning of June. It's a fun article, and if you like Star Wars, it's a great Star Wars angle.
Everybody called the Death Star.
That's right.
Right.
The dark side of the Force.
Right. You're going to have some Star Wars.
Yes. Cody No Love Garbrandt, as I said the last time I was on the show, was the Pirates bat boy. I've seen guys with fast hands from the bench. He destroyed his opponent in about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
I've never seen a faster pair of hands. The young man's 22 or 23.
He'll be in UFC.
He's our region's best shot to represent us in the UFC.
Right. Well, don't we have a couple others that could be up-and-coming guys?
Absolutely.
For that?
Do you want to name one? I'll name one.
Segue to you. Go
That's
ahead.
segue to me.
You're the expert here.
All right. My top MMA fighters in the region, I have to give the nod to Mark, the pride of Bloomfield Cherico. Also fights out of Fight Club Pittsburgh.
And when's his fight?
He's fighting July 12th at Pinnacle 8.
Right.
Now, not because of his age, but I consider Cherico the patriarch of Pittsburgh MMA.
Right.
He's been at it a long time. He's undefeated amateur and pro. Let's hope he makes the jump real soon. He deserves it.
And at Pinnacle 7, he was so out of it because he was in another zone.
Right.
With coaching everybody.
He coached, I think, 5 or 6 fighters. Fight Club
6-0. They were
undefeated
6-0.
on the night, amateur and pro. Yeah. A couple other fighters: Dominic the Honey Badger Mazzata out of the Mat Factory, Chris Dempsey out of the Mat Factory.
Another guy been on our show. Chris Dempsey's a beast.
A fighter?
No, he's from Ambridge.
He's from Ambridge. Okay. Yes. Yes. Quip territory, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And lastly, the young man that won Gladiators of the Cage, North Shore Rise to Power 5, Mike Wilkins. We have to give some props to.
You know what school he went to?
Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We didn't like that.
No, he's a gateway man. He can't help it.
Sure.
We do this for a little bit of drama.
Do you want to jump to the boxing event, possibly?
That's why we're up here.
That's why we're here?
You cover all kind of things with
Okay.
your face MMA.
So June 7th, we had a historic event. Smokin' Jim Frazier and Alan Levine announced and did the color for the Rumble on the Hill. What did you call it, Smokin' Jim?
Thrill on the Hill.
Was the first sanctioned boxing match in 43 years in the historic Hill District. To highlight the event, we saw Paul Spadafora, the Pittsburgh boxing legend's son, Gino Spadafora.
Right.
He fought valiantly. The kid he was up against was a lot bigger than him.
And his Smoking Jim said he was probably 3 to 4 years older.
Yeah, so in fairness to Gino lost a very close decision. Goldette Shields of Shields of Faith put on the event. It was a great showcase for the Hill District, for the young men, and for the community in general.
Right, and another fighter, Rayco War Saunders, his son Jelani actually fought later on in the fights too.
Absolutely.
And I want to also thank the #2 police station on the hill for loaning me the bulletproof vest.
You still wearing it? Take it off now. Come on now. This isn't right. And Coach Rock, a shout out to him. Henry Robinson, who is on
Coach Rock, absolutely.
They help bring it all together.
Coach Rock, what an interesting guy, and he's a character in the ring. He really gets into it, gets in there, gives those guys
And then how about the guy that's always involved in this type of stuff? The legendary Golden Glove guy, Jimmy Savetic.
Jimmy Savetic, absolutely.
He just opened up a gym that's in the old Y, not the Thelma Lovett new YMCA, which Smoking Jim doesn't even know who she is, but somehow I do. But they have the other Y. They're going to do a boxing club there that they started.
The Hill is back on the rise, and they deserve it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know where I was born at back in 1956?
On Pride Street on the hill.
And that's the Lower Hill.
Lower Hill.
So, what else didn't we cover here?
We didn't cover Gladiators of the Cage, North Shore Rise to Power 5, the first MMA event at Stage E for quite a while that didn't feature Shore sellouts and headliners, Dominic the Honey Badger Mazzata or Chris Dempsey. Played to a little bit of a smaller crowd, but we saw some great fights. We saw John Rearick,
yes,
who was here, dismantle his opponent, early second. Dan Kakuta won the middleweight amateur championship for Gladiators of the Cage, a first-round victory. Mike Wilkins won his event by unanimous decision. We had a little adventure in Lawrenceville that night trying to find the bar, but we don't condone any kind of drinking, entertainment purposes only, right?
That's what I hear. Was anybody gambling on those things either? We don't condone that either. But there's some great wins out there, great athletic competition, and we saw some great fights.
And I talk to a lot of my friends. I say, you know, why don't you come to these events? You know, I want the Post-Gazette or the Trib to do a real in-depth coverage of MMA. People say, yeah, you know what, but Pittsburgh's just not ready. Well, to those of you who say that, I would respectfully say we have 2 outstanding promotions that are selling out thousands of seats every other month.
Yes, sir.
Gladiators of the Cage brand is expanding to Ohio July 19th, I believe.
Yes.
Pittsburgh versus Cleveland.
Right, we have the Racino up there, Hard Rock Casino.
Yeah, we have Pinnacle 8 going off back at the Isoplex on July 12th.
Right.
And it's time. I mean, it's time for a radio show on MMA.
We got a TV show. We're starting with this.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have the guests here.
Absolutely.
We can name most of the top stars that have been fighting here. And
we can.
And they're like Bullpen Fight Club, who's undefeated.
Right.
One of the best fights of the night was Josh the Cake Baker. You didn't even mention him.
That's right.
I was the only guy out of the crowd of ringside that said that's the guy that's going to win it.
I think you did. Josh the Cake Baker beat a local favorite by the name of Francis Mad Dog Healy, who fights out of the Mat Factory with under the tutelage of Isaac Greeley, great guy. But you're right, you did pick him, and a lot of people were surprised, but Baker gave a strong showing.
Yes, he did, and you could tell just the skills he has, the shape he's in. There was no quit in that guy, and he come in there. He's undefeated. He's 6-0 now.
Hadn't fought in a year.
Right, right. But he was ready. He was on our show.
Absolutely.
When they come up here from West Virginia and said he would win.
A Joe Namath kind of.
Well, Dan Kakuta,
right?
Dan Kakuta, the same thing.
That's right.
He was looking at Smoking Jim, and Smoking Jim goes, "What, a brother's predicting something?" I don't know why it's about the race, but he was a great guy predicting it. He come back on our show because we had some people talking too much where he didn't get a chance. Not me, of course, but
yeah. You know, I think Kakuta really impressed me. I think he has a chance to go as far as he wants if he stays healthy. He's just a fierce fighter.
Is that the brother's real name?
Dan Kukuda, out of, I think, originally Queens, New York, one of the 5 boroughs.
And here's the best part about it. Smoking Jim learned that he also was a boxer. Now, he doesn't have any hair. He shaves his head. Smoking Jim didn't recognize him. He may have announced fights that he did. That's what we found out on our show.
Oh, Dan announced fights himself.
No, he was boxing.
He was a boxer in dreads. Okay.
And he's a Muay Thai. He's out of the Muay Thai gym.
He does it all.
Yeah.
He can fight any discipline, really.
And he brought his son on the show.
Yes, he did. I wasn't here for that one, but
you saw it on the video. He had his belt here.
I saw it on
belt.
I saw it on YouTube where you're 24/7, 365.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, lastly, I want to invite you to InYourFaceMMA.com. We have a great, fun interview with these 2 gentlemen at the Rumble on the Hill, or the Thrill on the Hill.
Us too.
And these 2 guys, too.
Oh, really?
Did I refer to you as gentlemen? No? Okay.
Just kidding you. I try to throw some guests off of their game because you're so sharp now.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
Well, you brought me a cake, so you're definitely sharp.
Yeah, some brownie points, huh?
Oh,
so
tremendous.
A great interview, and Smoking Jim gave us the best history of boxing in Pittsburgh that I could imagine. Okay, so lastly, InYourFaceMMA.com. I want to say hi.
Time.
Oh, I have time?
Yeah.
I thought he was telling
he said
us to.
13 minutes.
13 minutes. Okay.
See, that's what throws me off.
Can I get 11 more minutes? I'm just kidding.
You can get 8 at least.
All right. So I want to say hi to a young lady in Kennesaw, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. Her name's Annie DiCrescente. She will be our first featured MMA fighter.
It is true. You're going to have women's
MMA
fighters.
We're trailblazing. We're trailblazing. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that.
My wonderful founder of our site, Jamie Chesney, who's
another guest that's been on our show.
Not just a sharp and savvy businesswoman, but a lethal fighter on a 2-game winning streak in women's MMA. Locked up the interview with Annie. So hi, Annie. And Smoking Jim. She's a knockout, too, in more ways than one.
Hold it. You can't leave right now.
I can't leave yet?
No, because we want to talk some baseball.
You want to talk baseball?
Because this guy has a history of baseball that if you haven't heard John before, you got to at least listen to a few things that he talks about baseball. Great insights, great history. He was actually a bat boy, not for the Pirates, but for the other teams. They wouldn't let him be a bat boy for the Pirates.
The Pirates didn't need a bat boy when I went down there, so I was a little bit bummed out because I really wanted to meet the, all my hometown heroes. But it was even more exciting to get to wear the uniform of every other team in the league. Meet some of the all-time greats. Tony Gwynn, may he rest in peace. Tony always had time for the bat boys. I got to play catch with him.
Did he give you a hitting tip? You didn't tell me that.
Actually, he did.
I wanted to hear that. That's why I'm calling you back out.
Right. Tony Gwynn had something he called the 5.5 hole. When you look at the baseball diamond, the third baseman is number 5.
Right.
The shortstop is number 6. On his shoes, he had 5.5 hole. He said, always try to hit that ball between the shortstop and the third baseman. Even if you don't hit it in the outfield, they got a range to get it. You might get an infield hit. I tried my best to put that into practice, but I never made it too far past Colt League. Right. But that's okay.
Sure, but at least you got that tip.
Absolutely.
You don't hear that every day. Another BPTV first. And tell the folks about your dad, to honor your dad here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Explain about who your dad worked for and what he did.
Sure. My dad started out in the ticket office in the mid-'70s with the Pirates, was able to work his way up to being the assistant scouting director. Wow. Won a 79 ring. Was with the Pirates.
Last time they won the World Series.
That's right.
For anybody that doesn't know
That's right. 35 years of We Are Family already commemorating. In the mid-'80s, the Pirates really had their struggles. The drug scandal, which we probably shouldn't even talk about at this point. Well, you want to?
He likes that. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my dad certainly wasn't involved with that, but
that's what he was looking for.
Do you think that was his angle?
You have to watch. He just comes out of nowhere on this stuff.
New ownership came in, cleaned house. That's what happens. My dad went with the Angels, California at the time, and was able to win another World Series ring in 2002.
Wow, that's
So,
great.
unfortunately, in the spring of 2008, we learned that he had contracted ALS, which is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. I stayed with him in Johnstown, his home till the very end, and he passed in November of 2009.
Wow.
It was a blessing to get to spend that time with him. Of course, I miss him, but very proud to announce that recently 57 of his scouting reports were selected to be in the National Baseball Hall of Fame archives, and they'll be there forever.
What an honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is fantastic. Now, what about these current Buccos?
The current Pirates, last time I was here on the show, they were horrible. They're, I think, still the best team in baseball since June 1st. I think we're 42-40. Does that sound right?
I think even since May they have a better
Even
record.
since May?
Yeah, like the first week or so of May, they've
Right.
been better than that.
If they could have just even played 500 ball during that rough stretch, they'd be in first place. So they got to keep banging away. Now's the time to make the move because the trade deadline on July 31st will be here before you know it. This is it.
31 days.
This is the season. This is the season. The next 31 days. This is the pennant chase. If they can add I still think we need to add a first baseman. I'm just not a fan of Ike Davis.
Right.
I'd like to add a power bat to right field, but can we do it? I don't know. You know what? Excuse me. Polanco's up in right field. He's fine.
We might be okay.
Let's hope we
Is
are.
Alvarez going to get hot?
He's starting to, actually. He's hitting better in June. He hasn't been on a tear where he's hit 7 or 8 home runs in a week, but he's capable.
Sure.
You know, so many people give Pedro a hard time, and you can understand why, but you got to remember this guy hit 5 home runs in the postseason last year. Barry Bonds hit 1 in 3 postseasons.
Believe me, we know. We know. We know. Somebody called him a choker back then. So
He was called worse than that.
this is public access TV.
We don't condone any kind of
Rough
foul.
talk like
No,
that. Yeah,
we don't condone
no
foul language.
You can
No.
talk foul ball talk, but not foul.
I like that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There you go. Well, what do you see with the Bucco hitting here?
I mean, it's not the well. It is hot, isn't it?
Yeah, right now it
it's
is.
it's one. They're the hottest in June.
Right.
So they finally put the bats and pitching together. Last year the pitching was always there, the batting wasn't.
Right.
Let's hope we can get some good starts out of Garrett Cole. He struggled, but I think it's understandable. Just came off the DL.
Right.
Liriano, who knows when he's going to come off?
Well, this may not be a good year for him since he has an off year.
Tell us about your
It's
scouting
not a theory.
assessment.
My scouting assessment is he's known to be comeback player of the year. Now, the only way you can do that is by having a bad year. So you have the bad year, he comes back the next year, pulls a hamstring or whatever he does, and everybody knows a pitcher needs good legs. If you don't have the good legs, you aren't going to throw. And that, I mean the strength and the flexibility there. And the rest comes. He's not there. I don't foresee a good year. Can we get maybe a half a dozen wins? That's possible.
At least.
Well,
He has one.
I don't see much more.
I mean, to ask for 5 more, he's making a ton of money. We would hope 5 more wins, you know, but
the money doesn't always bring wins.
not at all.
So that's my Liriano scouting report.
Yeah. I'll make a prediction right now if that's okay. Can I go on record?
I don't know. Can he go on record?
All right. It's June 30th, the Machine's birthday, a national holiday.
And Mike Tyson's birthday.
And Iron Mike.
With that great photo of me and Mike.
Absolutely.
That Jack Brenner took.
Did you guys ever play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for Nintendo by chance?
No.
He was like impossible to beat.
Really?
Yeah.
On Nintendo?
On Nintendo.
You guys couldn't even rig it with the cheats.
No cheat codes on that.
But somebody had a cheat code. Nobody.
Nobody.
Okay.
Here's my prediction. I think the Pirates will win that second wild card. Last year they won the first. They got to host a 1-game series. This time I think they get the second card. They sneak in, but I think they're there.
Last day or last couple days?
They did it down the stretch last year. They know what it takes to get there. McCutcheon's not only the best player in the game, but he's a great leader. I think we get there. Sorry to say, Smoking Jim. But if we don't, then
He's a
we'll
big
be okay
baseball
with it.
fan now.
We'll be. Oh, yeah, that's
Doesn't win the
right.
division
That's right.
now.
Yeah.
He's turned over a new leaf. You forgot.
Jay Hay.
Jay Hay.
Jay Hay.
In the international speaking team.
What a season.
Right? Definitely. Well, John, thanks. Any other way we can get a hold of you? You want to announce that again?
Sure. It's In Your Face, INYA Face, MMA.com. Got some great articles there on all the top fighters in the region. Other than that, you can reach me at John Niederer III. It's Neiderer the third on Facebook. Be happy to hear from you. Send us your suggestions for Fighters of the Month. And thank you again. It's such a pleasure. Thank you for all you've done for me.
You're welcome.
All right.
And thanks for the cake. Introduce yourself.
My name's Stephanie, and I'm with All Shades of Beauty.
Now, she didn't just walk in off the street.
But I didn't plan on being up here.
Okay, well, you're here. Where do you work out at?
I work out at a local gym. It's the Brookline Rec Center. It's free.
That's only a mile or so down the road here.
Yep.
So it's convenient. Do you live around this area?
I do. I live in Brookline.
Oh, well, now I know why you go there.
Yeah.
That all makes sense.
It's right down the street.
Now, what do you do with all this working out and competing? I keep hearing this stuff by Smoking Jim. How long ago did you get started?
Oh, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Like real serious.
All
2
right.
years ago.
And
But
now
I've always been into fitness, so.
Okay. Now, what do you do?
I just lift heavy weights.
Heavy weights?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Every day.
What's your record so far? Your heaviest weight?
Oh, my bench press, my max is 155.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that.
That's good.
For a girl, that's not bad.
Sure. And how did you get even interested in this? Who inspired you?
Well, I lost my niece a couple years ago.
Okay.
She was 16, and working out at the gym actually took my mind off a lot of things. So, and then I just started working out every day.
You got better and better at
Yep.
it. Do you have coaches or anybody that help you, or?
There's a guy at the gym. His name's Joe. I call him Trainer Joe. He works out with me, and then I worked out with Sarah Werner. She trained me for my competition last year.
Now, what was this competition you were in? Where was it?
It was at the Carnegie Music Hall. It was a GNC All Natural.
Oh, I saw that advertised.
Yeah.
Did you win anything there?
I came in third place.
Third place for your first event.
My very first show.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, when's your next show?
Well, there's one in October that I'm still on the fence about.
When do you have to decide?
Soon. Because I have to start preparing for it.
Now, with this competition, is it just bench press, or do you do other?
Oh, no. Well, the competition is just like bodybuilding, so you just
That's
show
what I
up.
wanted you to tell us.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I was trying to get that out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You got to say you're doing bodybuilding competition.
Competition.
Yeah, not just lifting weights.
No. Well, you have to lift weights
to get to that point.
Yeah.
That's how you get in shape.
Right.
That's how you compete.
Uh-huh.
See, I can help with the interviews. It's no problem. I just wasn't sure.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad we
Yeah,
figured that out.
it's
Well, this is
bodybuilding.
your first time on TV.
Right.
You might be a little nervous.
I'm really nervous.
I mean, I have friends I grew up with. They're so nervous they're not coming on unless I agree to go to a reunion.
Is that
I'm not
Melanie
agreeing
over
yet.
there?
Yeah, and the gentleman there.
Oh,
see?
okay.
You got great traps.
I know. I didn't know. It's like I can't help it either. Like, I don't like
Wasn't
train
that
them.
good?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Well, how you gonna win?
I know.
What's your secret? How do you eat? How, do you run? Do you do other things too?
I do limited cardio, not too much. Just,
You don't think you need it?
well, I don't want to do too much because then I'll burn muscle. So I don't want to burn muscle. That's fine.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming out
Sure,
on
thanks
short
for having
notice.
me.
You're going to have to keep in touch. You have to study the script on what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So you can explain it to me. And we're going to have to end the show. We're out of time right now. And thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 everywhere in Pittsburgh. Comcast 7 is only in Bethel Park. YouTube is 24/7, 365. So thanks again. Smoking Jim, you got any last words? Did you have something else to say?
Good night.
Drive safe. Thanks again.
Oh, thank you.